Hey guys, how many of you expected to hear from me again? Especially on a story like this. I know, I've been gone for quite a long time, but there actually is a reason. I've, um, I've been with family. You know, um, just, just having a good time. We were celebrating my auntie's birthday and all, yada yada yada. It was a great time. It was actually a good way to escape from a few of my problems. But it wasn't a permanent solution, you see. I still feel bad about what happened to David and all. Jake seems to be mellowing out fine, and nobody's really noticed. Almost nobody's noticed. It's strange. People remember David, but they can't remember what he looks like or who he is. I mean, for God's sake, his parents, his mother and father, can't even remember having a son named David. There are a lot of photos of him, though. I'm not sure where they are now. I know for a fact that he's not gone. I still have that pocket watch he gave me. I also have just the pocket watch. I still have that pen he gave me too. I should have given it back, but I just didn't. I'm sorry, I must be rambling. How about we continue with the story? It's better that way. Remember when I said the game lagged up and we ended up in the foggy, desolate workplace? Yeah. The two spirits there that work there? Well, they certainly made sure to get their message across. We couldn't go anywhere unless we talked to them. I was getting tired of getting beat up and smacked to the wall, so eventually I decided to talk to them. I wouldn't exactly call it a mistake. Apparently, they were angry at us. But not angry enough to attack us. That is not their fault. They're doing it completely against their will, although they hate us. Well, you know what you do? You know what happens to a drawing when you throw it away? You give away their souls. Or so that's the impression I'm getting. My friend David has created 1,000 drawings and always threw them, and most of the time he's thrown them away. And somehow they wind up here. Apparently, these monsters weren't just created copies. They were the original thought, mind, and soul of the creatures that David designed and intended for them to be. Well, that was the goal. The monsters that inhabited this game has simply stolen them. Stolen their design and their purpose. They manipulated them. They tormented them. They've shown them ultimate agony, like which the heartless or the most cruelest of people or demons alike would actually cry for them. They may not be flesh and blood people, but no living being with a conscience should have to endure this for all of eternity. It's like hell, but more vicious, if that's even possible. They described every moment of agony as though they were born for it. They tell me how their skin is ripped apart, how insects walk into the wounds of their bodies and eat them inside out. They tell me about how the monsters come into the room, bleed them dry, and then walk out. The burns, the markings, and the pain. They delivered it in much more detail than I could ever do. I'm not exactly the world's greatest narrator. I'm sorry for that, though. It all sounded so bad. So bad that I just wanted to cry for them. I just wanted to cry and tell them I'm sorry. And that I wanted to make it right. And believe me, I did. How could I? And then it hit me. I have to beat this game. If I wanted to beat this game, we were gonna need help. Me, Jake, and David heard the same discussion. The difference was, Jake didn't really understand the matter. I'm glad. I mean, I'm sure he knew what we were talking about, but he must have thought we lost our damn minds if we even thought we had a good shot at this. But it was better than watching them suffer. So my plan was simple. We asked them for help, seeing as they're the one that glitched up the game, and see if they could bump us up. Maybe we could skip the 8 trials and get straight to the end. It was worth a shot, wasn't it? The game lagged up and glitched again. We had some major upgrades to our armor. Jake was actually wearing armor now. So, we kind of skipped straight to the end. The final trial. We just had to walk through that door, and then we'd be through. Well, see you on the other side.